What's up, y'all? I'm back with another tutorial. This is how to make chill Detroit type beats for like BabyfaceRay. So I'm gonna just play it and then I'll break it down. Yeah, just lay down a like pretty simple R&B progression. It's just used only white notes except for this. It's just for like it's for like tension, I guess. You can just use it to like spice it up, give it the R&B feel. You gotta use out of key notes sometimes. Just like test it out. And then the next sound is just a bass. It follows the bass line of the melody. It's called 8 VCO mono syn. And I use this a lot in my Detroit beats, but it sounds like this. Yeah, it just follows the chord progression. And I randomize the velocity on it. I randomize the velocity on like all my things, I guess, all my sounds, just to make it sound more realistic. But the next sound is called emotion pad. It's the first pad in the soft pad section of XV. Sounds like this. And this just follows the top line of the keys. Like what I do with my beats is like all you need to make a good beat is just a good chord progression for real. Because I mean, except for like the drums and stuff, for me a lot of the time I just follow my chord progression, so it's like mostly about sound selection and just initial chords. But the next sound is called the Psycho EP in XV, and I just layered the chords again, the first two chords, but I had them arpeggiated when I was making them, like the original chords. But for these, I just put them down regularly, and I didn't randomize the velocities because I wanted like it all to hit at the same time, I guess. So yeah, it sounds like this. It's like a wah sound. Yeah, so the next sound is the Nor Pure from Contact, layered with the ambient piano from JD. So sounds like this. It's just like a piano run, basically. It just like leads into the next half of the four. So this is like the bass note and the top line, so I just wanted it to lead in well, so I made that run. And then after that, I put down another piano from SRX Studios. It's called Y2K+1. It's kind of like a pad, strings, and piano all together. It sounds like this. And I put the E again, like I let it into the E to just restart. So this just leads into the E, and I did like layering to make the sound like wider and bigger, kind of. So yeah, and this one is on the 4. That was an accident, or on the F. That was an accident. But yeah, so it leads into the E, which is the root note and the top of the chords. So yeah, I know it is F actually. So yeah. After that, I'm gonna randomize this. Sorry, I just made this beat. So yeah, sliced bread from SRX Studio. It's in the pulsating section, and I turned off the MFX. I use in a lot of my beats too. It sounds like this. And it just repeats. The only difference is if you look at the starting notes, they start where like the chord progressions, they follow like the root notes basically. So yeah, E, E, F, G. Just tried to like give it some variation. The next sound is a lead from XV called JV solo. It sounds like this. I'm gonna randomize this too. It's kind of just tucked in the background a little bit. It only comes in like twice during the beat. But it basically just follows the top line besides this. After that, I put down a guitar from XV and layered it with a piano from XV. Sounds like this, and it's just following the chords. Besides this, it's just an arpeggiated version of the chords. So yeah, that's it for the melody. I'm gonna play it all together, and the only mixing I really did is kept it pretty simple in the mixing. I just made as you can see, all this stuff is just empty. There's nothing on it. But I just made a send for delay and reverb. The delay is at 20%, and I have it on stereo setting. Besides that, I didn't tweak anything. The reverb is on 50, and I put the low cut all the way up, bass all the way down, decay at 10 seconds, and size all the way up. Didn't change anything besides that. But yeah, this is what the melody sounds like all together. So yeah, it's like pretty wide, kind of sounds like a sample. So yeah, it's kind of how you want it to sound, because BabyfaceRay uses a lot of samples and just a lot of beats that are kind of like this for his music. But for the drums, I started off with the rim from my kit. And there's not reverb on the rim, but I put like slight reverb on the master. This is pretty much just like a standard Detroit pattern. So this is like a regular rim pattern, right? Like you'd have it here, depending on if it's halftime or double time. And then in Detroit beats, you switch it up at the like end of the 2 or 4 bars. So I put an extra rim right here for the second, and then I put 2 extra rims right here. So yeah, that's what the rim sounds like. And then after that, I put a clav. I don't know where this from. From my kit. And it sounds like this. Kind of just plays off the rim and the kick. So yeah, after that, I put a kick from my kit. And it sounds like this. Another just simple progression. And in Detroit beats, you want the kick to be a little bit quiet, so I don't have the velocity turned all the way up, and it's a pretty like, it doesn't really hit hard, like you can see by the wave file, it's not clipping at all. So yeah, after that I put an open hat for my kit, and it sounds like this. And I think I actually boosted the highs on this. Let me see. Yeah. I just boosted highs and turned the sound down because it wasn't really hitting how I wanted it to. I wanted to give it more air, but after that I put a laser for my kit, which sounds like this. It doesn't really add bounce, it's kind of just there for like sound, I guess. So this is like the basic bounce of the beat. The only thing left that really adds bounce is like the hi-hat, but not much because it's just a two-step. So it kind of just fills it in, and then there's another sound that fills it in the crash for my kit. It's just like a crash, kind of plays out for a while. And then after that I'll put a hi-hat, and I didn't randomize the velocities, but I just manually like went in and changed some stuff around. So yeah, this sounds like this. And it's just a regular two-step. So yeah, the last sound of the drums is a sub bass from my kit. Just regular sub bass basically. Just plays like this pattern following the root notes. And I wanted it to play with the kick to give the kick like extra, I don't know, extra body, I guess. So yeah. For the drums, I didn't really do any mixing except for that one, the one open head thing. But yeah, for that, and then the last thing I did for the beat was arrange it and add my master. So my master preset, there's like a soft clipper. It's the 2K22. There's a soft clipper, a EQ just boosting the highs and the mids a little bit, and then a convolver on the white noise preset. So it's on 5%. So it just gives the beat like slight reverb, kind of makes it more airy, and like I don't know, it just makes it sound better to me, kind of fills it out. But yeah, I'm just gonna play it again now that y'all know like how I made it. Kind of is it's pretty simple. I just did this for the intro and then repeated it, and then for the outro I just repeated this, but I just reversed it. So yeah, the only like cool thing I guess for the arrangement is just like I did a full break before the drop. So yeah, sounds like this. Kind of just gives the drop like extra, or not the drop, but like the chorus part, I guess. It kind of just gives it extra, I don't know, you know what I mean, like it just makes it hit harder, I guess. So yeah, that's it for the tutorial. Let me know if this helped y'all make these type of beats. And I also have more tutorials on my page like this, so you can go back, and if you like them, subscribe. If you don't subscribe. But yeah, better quality shit coming soon. So yeah, that's it for the tutorial. Thank y'all for watching.